Well, stoking fresh row, Congress's Persadi Lal Meena has now linked. Well, we have another breaking news that we're getting in where we're shifting focus to Bengaluru, where another life has been lost. Now, this is shocking news from Bengaluru, where a woman succumbed to injuries after she meets with an accident. She met with an accident trying to avoid a pothole. Woman had met with an accident yesterday, and the victim has been identified as 47-year-old Uma Devi. Now, the woman was riding pillion with her daughter. So, yet another shocking incident coming out of Bengaluru. We have constantly seen these visuals of potholes, especially during incessant rainfalls. But this time, once again, a life has been claimed due to the sheer negligence of the civic body, the BBMP, for not taking cognizance of the situation. In fact, you can see on this, in the visuals as well, where the lack of responsibility has claimed yet another life in the IT hub of the country. Now, talking about this particular incident, she met with an accident while trying to avoid this pothole. Now, the victim has been identified as 47-year-old Uma Devi. Now, she was riding pillion with her daughter, is what we're understanding. So, once again, another pothole, another life that has been lost. But for more information on this, we're cutting across to Prajwal, who's joining us live from Bengaluru. Prajwal, a very good morning to you. But of course, this is shocking news that is coming in. Once again, we're seeing yet another life that has been lost due to a pothole. We do understand that she was riding pillion with her daughter and she's been identified as Uma Devi. But what are the other details that you can give us about this unfortunate incident that is coming out of Bengaluru?
Nivedna, in fact, Republic was there at the spot when this particular accident took place at 9:30 last morning. And since the accident, the woman and her child was, the woman and her daughter were admitted to the ESI hospital in Rajajinagar. But due to severe bleeding and a spinal injury, the 47-year-old victim, Uma Devi, could not be saved in this particular incident. But her daughter has escaped with minor injuries. The body is now gone for post-mortem and it will be handed over to the relatives at 10 this morning, is what the authorities have gone on to inform. And this stretch has been pretty notorious for accidents because of the potholes which has dotted the entire stretch from Oaklipuram till Sujatha Theatre and also moving towards the Rajajinagar 6th block signal 2. And therefore the BBMP had not woken up and had not filled these potholes despite repeated notices and raps by the High Court of Karnataka to the BBMP. And the BBMP Commissioner Tushar Girinath shockingly had stated that only after an investigation will the compensation be given. So we still don't understand as to what is the investigation needed over here, because it is the potholes which were responsible over there, because she went on and tried to avoid this particular road. She went on and tried to avoid this particular pothole over there, and in the process a speeding KSRTC bus rammed into her, whereas the daughter fell towards her left side, the mother fell towards the right, and therefore therefore the car passed on, the bus passed on one of her legs, and therefore the leg was severed, and therefore the doctors tried their best to save her life, but it was not possible now. And apart from that, we also get to understand that the cops have already taken the driver into custody here, and they have started an investigation. But all said and done, this particular road is also quite wide. It is over 80 feet in width, and therefore all the vehicles will be speeding on this particular road, and it is impossible for them to control their speed. And those vehicles which are moving on the right will find it very difficult if a vehicle stops immediately. But due to the potholes, the two-wheelers are the ones who go on and suffer most of the damages here. And in the past 6 months, we have seen 17 pothole-related accidents, out of which 5 of them have been deaths as well. And this is something which the BBMP should take cognizance of. They should take note of this and make sure that such incidents will happen. And also, one more interesting aspect over here, Vietnam, is the fact that that the Bengaluru Development Minister is the Chief Minister himself, but he himself is burdened with so many portfolios that he has not been able to pay attention towards Bengaluru. So that is something which will have to be brought to notice, and maybe the CM should go on and make sure that he discharges his duties well too.
Right. Thank you, Prajwal, for pointing that out and, of course, getting us the latest information on this particular, incident where, of course, unfortunately, Uma Devi has succumbed to her injuries. Yet another pothole claiming another life in Bengaluru, the IT hub of the city. But moving on to more breaking news that we have coming in now.